I want to welcome you to this great section. This is practical section where we will be looking at how to create a website with a web tool and AI. It's going to be an interesting section, and my name remains David Miracle, and I will be your host. I would like you to pay attention to everything that will be afforded in this training. And if you follow everything amicably, at the end of the day, or at the end of this section, you should be able to create your website yourself without any external assistance. Now, I would like you to pay attention to these three categories of business that you need to be aware of: e-commerce, agency, and blog. Now, if your business or the business you want to create a website for is into buying and selling of physical products, that business is categorized into e-commerce. But if the business you want to create the website for, or your business is into offering of services, or let's say is a service-based platform or company that may not engage in physical or digital products, but they offer service to their users, that company is categorized into agency. That is, you offer services, but not buying and selling of products or digital, neither digital or physical. That business that is into service delivering is categorized into agency. Now, the last one we'll be looking at is blog. If your business is into content creation, like creating content like blogs and the rest, we categorize that kind of business as blog. So these are the three categories of business you should be aware of before you start creating a website. And in this section, we are going to focus on how to create an e-commerce website. So we need to get started. And of course, before you start to build a website, there are some information you need to document or grant to help you build a better website so that you will not be cracking your brain too much. For instance, you need to know the name of the website or the name of the business you are creating the website for. Then the full number of the business logo. Though if you don't have the logo, we will use AI to generate one for the company or the organization. Another one again is email. You need to have email for the business and the address of the business. If the business address, or maybe if your business does not have a physical address, maybe you don't have a rented apartment for your business, maybe where you live or where you are currently staying should be the address of your business, irrespective of whether the business is e-commerce or agency. But these are prerequisites. These are informations you need to put on ground before you start developing the website or building the website with these AI and web tools. And to clean it up, you need to have content of your website. You need to draft out the content for your website. What I mean by the content, I mean the write-ups that will be available for people to read through when they visit your website. I'm talking about you, or about the website, or about the business. Then probably the description of the business, the mission of the business, the services the business currently offer. This should be stated or written somewhere to guide you and to make the creation process a little bit faster so that you not run out of idea, So that's it. Now we are starting right away, and we are starting with generating this content with AI. Then when we are done getting this content, of course we save them somewhere. If you are using a mobile phone, you can create maybe a page. It could even be your WhatsApp, it could be a note. There are some applications, they basically function as note taking. So you can as well get such applications on Google Play Store or App Store. So when you install those applications into your phone, so that when you are generating these write-ups, you can be saving them there, so that when it's time to use them, you will not run out of space. But if you don't want to use these applications, like these note-taking applications, you can as well use your WhatsApp. But this time you can be documenting those things on your wall, like you sending messages to yourself. You can store them there, but I'm talking about saving them somewhere. Though you can bring a notebook and then start writing them there, but it will still give you a problem later when you want to transfer them from the note to the website, like during the creation process. That's why it's advisable you write them on your wall, maybe on your WhatsApp or a note-taking application. When you write them there, so when it's time to use them, you just have to go there, you copy them and you paste. Within a moment, you should be able to be rounding up with your website creation. So we are starting right away with generating the write-ups, logos for the website. This content I'm talking about the content I want to use to demonstrate how you can build a website. You don't need to use my content, because this content is for this section, is for the practical demonstration. So, but you just have to apply the logic I'm about to use to create them into your own website. So let's get started. I'll be using Grok. You can use ChatGPT or Gemini for drafting the content of the website. But as for me, I will use Grok. And of course, Grok belongs to X, formerly Twitter, owned by Elon Musk. If you want to use Grok, you go to grok.com. You can type it on your web browser or on your phone browser. I'm using my computer, and I can as well use a phone. I decide to use computer. You can use your phone, your mobile phone. It will still give you the same thing. All right. Let's just create this website for this proposed company. This is just a test exercise. And before you start creating a website, you should be able to know the category of the website. You should be able to know the category of the business. Is it into e-commerce or agency or into blogging? So how do you know that the business is into e-commerce or agency? If the business is into buying and selling of physical or digital products, it's automatically categorized under e-commerce. But if the business is a service-based business, meaning the business offers services, it is categorized as agency. Same thing applies to blogging. So we are looking at creating a website in the next 10 minutes using Grok to construct the content, to draft the content, and then we move on with another tool to help us create the website. So let's get started. I'm already on my Grok, so let me draft out a company that will be using, let's say, Ninja Craft. This Ninja Craft, let's say Ninja Craft is into designing, crafting, and production of female bags. Female bags in Nigeria using locally sourced materials. You see, materials. All right. So this is just about the business, right? So let's ask group. Say, please draft out about us, description. Let's say business description, our unique our uniqueness, let's say our uniqueness. So let's instruct group again that the content to be drafted will be used on our website creation. Kindly provide polish, stunning, and concise website content using the above prompt. So let me press enter. So you can see on the about us, it says, then you can see business description, our uniqueness. You see, we've actually crafted out everything about the website. So let's move ahead and create a logo for the business. You can decide to say generate a logo using the above business name with orange and white theme color. So what I mean here is that I want the logo to bear orange color and white color as well. You can decide to give the logo dimension, but I just want it this way. So let's press enter and see whether it can generate a logo for us. Wow. This is interesting. You see? Wow. I'm using this second one. So what do? I just have to download it, save it. It's already saved to my gallery or to my images. Wow. So you see, if I should meet a graphics designer, I should be charged 5K or 10K, depending on the professionality of that graphic designer. But with my group, with AI, I've been able to generate a logo for my brand. So with this, I move on. All right. So now let's quickly create a website with the information we've gathered from group. You know, earlier we drafted the content of the website, which is Niger Craft, and is into manufacturing and designing and production of bags, especially female handbags. So let's move on. First thing first, go to uptawk.com, then click on this login and enter your email. Then can I sign in? Let me take it again. I just want to log out to practicalize it very well. Click on this login after reaching uptalk.com. Then enter your email and password and tap this sign in icon, sign in button. Tap the sign in button. It will take you to your home page, right? Now, what you need to do is to tap this flag icon to enable you create your website. This uptalk.com is a web application that enables you to build a website, to build a stand-alone website. You click on this flag icon, then you come up to this place. Right now, I don't have any website, I don't have any business here. So, first step, click on this add business. It's still, add business is the same thing as add a website because you are trying to build a website through this business. Okay, click on the add business. There are 3 prompts here: agency, e-commerce, and blog, right? We are selecting e-commerce because we are building an e-commerce website. What's the name of the website? Come back to Grok again. This is where we started, which is the name of the website is NigeriaCraft. NigeriaCraft. Can put it here. Then the business logo, of course, you know, we've generated a logo. Can use this logo. Yeah. Home tagline. Add the tagline content to help search engine discover your page. So we'll add something that when people type the word, it will easily bring out the name of your website. So we say yes, let's copy from here to here, right? Home page description, we'll go with our business description. We'll take it to the first. Let's just summarize here. We'll stop here, paste it here. Then you continue about us. Yes, under the about us, you copy the whole of this one. Copy the whole of this about us, then you paste it here. And the maximum way is 400, right? So we'll ensure that it's summarized. So from our mission, I will remove it so that it will be sizable. Good. So we can now tap next, right? We are using e-commerce, and of course the business name is NigeriaCraft. So yep. And next is to add a product. Of course, we drafted a product the other time, and we said the name of the product is elegant. So let's go and look for the product name. Of course, this is Grok elegant female handbag. Is it a digital product? No, it's not a digital product, so you leave it. But if it's a digital product, then you select this option. If the product is a digital product, you select this option. Then, is this digital product shippable? Maybe something like a PDF file that is printed in form of textbook or a handout, or probably an ebook, but you want to deliver the ebook as a hard copy. Then you can now say is shippable. Then you can select shippable, right? But if it's not shippable, if it's not something that will be printed as a hard copy, then you leave it. But if it's something that is delivered online, like a kind of online class, tutorial for students, for learners, then you select is academy. Then once you select academy, you can now choose, like here, how long product can be accessed after purchase, right? So you select accordingly. Is it indefinitely, meaning it will not expire? That is lifetime access. Or 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, 1 year, right? Or indefinitely. So you select accordingly. That's for that. But in this case, we are not building a digital product, so you don't need to select these ones, right? And additionally, this training that I'm handling for you, I actually did it through this digital product. In a subsequent lecture or section, I will explain it in detail on how you can create an academic environment where you can deliver a lecture like the way I'm delivering this one for you. I actually did it through this digital product, right? But in this case, we are not doing any digital product, so I don't need to select any of them, right? And the price is 40,000, you remember? And then the currency, you can type Naira. And the category is female, let's say faction, right? Or clothing, apparel and clothing. Yes, let's work with this. The product image, we'll select the one we generated through Grok the other time, which is this handbag. Yeah. But remember, every image is measured 600 by 400 pixels. So let's look at the image description. I will use the one I have here. All right, I'll paste it here. This is good. We'll tap next. Testimonial page. Do you have anybody that can speak about your business? Although you can decide to write anything for now. Let's say Bolaji Samye. Then let's look for any picture to use in this place. Let me just use this one. Then probably I'm writing on behalf of Bolaji. Nigeria craft is trusted. Let's say it's trusted. Let me leave it this way. Then next, at this point, your office hour maybe 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. daily. I'm just writing mine. You can write yours later. Maybe the contact email. You can decide to say Nigeria craft, or you can decide to say support. Yes, support at nigeriacraft.com, for instance. You can still use this as the website email. Then the contact phone number, you can use any number 090. I'm just using this for doing sake. Maybe the address of your company, you can put it number, let's say number 5 Old Road. Let's say number 5 Ring Road. Let me just leave it this way. Of course, I'm doing this for a test. if you have a Facebook URL that belongs to this your business, you put it here. Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest. Then you tap next. But if you don't have any, you can leave it. Wow. The website is created already. Website is created already. So if you go to my business, you see the information of the business you just added or the website you just created. So if you want to see the website you just created, you click on this last global icon here. All right, you can see the site is already created and is functional. You can see the home, which is where we are now, the home page. You can see about us. See at Nigeria craft with the vibrant spirit of Nigeria into every stitch, creating exquisite female bags that celebrate culture. This is what we crafted using Grok, if you can still remember. Now let's look at our product. We only have one product, the one we uploaded the other time, which is 40,000 elegant female handbag, right? So if I tap it, good, you see it brought out the description, and one can actually make payment. Somebody can place order instantly. So you see that your website is already, the website we just created is already live. What we just laid here is to buy a domain and hosting, connect it, and that's all. You don't even need any much work. You can imagine within 10 minutes I was able to create a website. Within 10 minutes I was able to create a website. You can see the address, you can see the email of the company, you can see the phone number, and people can actually contact you by clicking on contact us. This will take them to this page, they will write, and then you as the company owner, you get their message and you reply them too. It's so simple. It's so simple. You can see how it is. You can see that it's even more better than most of these websites you see online. And not just only that, we only have one product. When you have thousands of products uploaded, you see everywhere will be loaded, So that's how it is. The handbag we use for this test, it must not really mean that every business you are creating should be handbag. In place of handbag, you use your company. And of course, what we did here, we selected e-commerce. But when you are doing yours, you can choose the one that represents your business, that align with your business. If it's agency, you go with agency. If it is e-commerce, you go with e-commerce. If it's blog, you go with blog.